Hey, good morning. Another kind of tryout. Actually, I hope this is going to be a good one that I can post it. And what I want to talk about today, I'll show you how to prepare very simple recipe, very tasty. And I'm talking about cooking a cauliflower. Not that cauliflower is not good raw, because cauliflower is good raw, especially if it's very fresh. It's delicious. I remember eating it with great pleasure when I lived on the island of Crete. It was incredible, without just a little bit of olive oil and lemon juice. Um, but anyway, let me let me show you this head of cauliflower, pretty fresh. You know, when you still have the leaves, you can tell that it's fresh. Unfortunately, if it is packaged, you can't tell. So that will determine the cooking time. You know, because the fresher a vegetable is, the more liquid still has inside, and the quicker the cooking time will be because the water will promote the cooking on the vegetable. So anyway, my trusty knife. I cut off the end. I hope you can see it. Yes. And this I have to discard. Of course, I could use part of it to make a soup. I could use the very center of it because it's good in soup. Those leaves are too tough, so I'm going to discard it because right now I'm not ready to make a soup. And my husband doesn't like me when I save too many things in the refrigerator. So anyway, let me cut a few more. Remember cauliflower? We're talking again about a flower. The other day we talked about artichokes, which are a flower, the flower of a thistle of the artichokes that belongs to the thistle family. And cauliflower also is the flower of the plant that it belongs to. Uh, very simply like that. But it's great to think of eating flowers. You know, what more beautiful than a flower? The fragrance, the smell. Always remember to smell your food before eating it. If it doesn't pass the test, you don't eat it. Remember, it's not good for you. Don't smell it after you cooked it. Then you may put ingredients in it that will mix with the smell or not. If something is good to eat, it smells good for you. Very simply, just like animals would do. Anyway, that's what I always told my son when he was going to school. And he said, can I taste a gummy bear? I said, sure, just smell it first. If it, stands the taste of smell, if it smells good to you, eat it. And then he came back and he said, oh, yeah, it smelled horrible. It smelled chemical and whatnot. I said, well, okay, then you learned. That, and before buying anything that is packaged, read the ingredients. Always read the ingredients. Don't just buy something at the supermarket without read the ingredients. And my rule is if there are more than 3, maximum 5 ingredients, forget about it. Don't buy it. I mean, too many ingredients means there are too many chemicals in it or just too many of anything. It will not be digestible. You know, when you put too many combinations together, too many things don't really go with each other. You know, I mean, we can play around with with garlic or look at these beautiful scallions. Those are red scallions from Tropea, which is a town in Calabria that makes really very, very sweet red onions. Fantastic. But anyway, they help you with giving a better flavor or enhance the flavor, let's say. But today, the cauliflower, we're going to bake it because that will definitely enhance the flavor of cauliflower. And it's going to be so easy to make and so quick that all you have to do is cut it, put it in an oven tray on which you will, with your fingers, you will spread a little bit of olive oil. Remember, when I talk about olive oil, In Italy, for us Italians, it is always extra virgin. We don't really use olive oil. We use year-old extra virgin olive oil for cooking, yes, but we don't cook with just olive oil. Then the olive oil is good for the wooden table, so I don't clean my hands, but I either rub it on my skin or I just put it on the wood. And now we go. Trusty, good cutting knife, has to be sharp. You gotta know how to cut. Your fingers always have to be away from the situation, the cutting point. So first you cut a little bit of the end of the cauliflower. And now we're gonna start making wedges. Pretty thick. Look at this nice, fell apart. But I will recompose it once I put it in the oven tray. This one should stay. Yes. This nice cauliflower wedge. Look at that. And then I start arranging it in the baking tray, on the baking tray. Sorry, I've been speaking English all my life, but, well, almost. But, since I've been living in Italy for the past 28 years, my mind is a little confused. So I realize I have a terrible accent again. Not that I ever got rid of my accent. I never did. Because my husband always liked it. So he always told me, you lose your accent, I'll divorce you. Another nice wedge. Yes. Another lovely wedge. And again, I'll put it on the oven tray. And we keep on going. Believe me, I could eat a whole cauliflower myself. Really, sincerely. It is so good once it's baked, but so good. Now I will arrange, sorry, and I will arrange the rest of the cauliflower on those are too thick. I'm going to have to cut them. The oven, you preheat it. I only have a little toaster oven, sorry. I just turned it on. But preheat the oven. The heat temperature maximum. Of course, if you have one of those good big ovens, it's going to cook much faster. My little toaster oven is what it is. But it does, it's a little toaster oven that could. It does its job. So that's it. That's it. Now I put it in the oven and it will cook for about at least half an hour. And then let's see if I can follow through with how this recipe goes. But I forgot to tell you at the beginning that me doing this kind of food presentation is my husband's idea, because since I stopped making lunch for him, I still make dinner, but not lunch. Evidently, because he wanted to make his own lunch, not because I didn't want to. But anyway, he said, well, why don't you make a food presentation class so you can make lunch for me? So I'm going to show you the rest of the lunch. This cauliflower goes in the oven half an hour. Hold on. Coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And then from yesterday, I have some leftovers. I'll be right there. I just had to clean my working space. I have some leftover from yesterday, which is a baked potato. Okay. I know some people say that you shouldn't eat old potatoes, but I don't know what to say. I do eat it. I'm going to peel it. This is a red potatoes. I should have shown you the one potato, but anyway, they're red. They're red. I'm going to peel it. And I baked it in the oven for a good half an hour. Red potatoes are they don't cook as fast as yellow or white potatoes. Takes them a little longer. It depends always with the potato, how old they are, how much humidity or liquid is still inside them, if they dried up too much or not. And that determines how long it's going to take to bake them. I only bake potatoes. I like them that way. The taste, they become digestible. Boiling them, no. Because boiling, you boil the starch. Baking, you turn the starch into simple sugar, which is digestible and will not form mucus in your body. In fact, Arnold Ehret called potatoes a mucus-lean food. Baked potato. Now we're going to slice it. See, your trusty knife is always the same. You put your fingers away. The knife rests on your fingers, but the little thumb, you stuck it in. So you have this kind of hand, okay? You put it right there and you start cutting. This is going to be a little potato salad for my husband. My husband doesn't eat too much food. We try, but we don't eat much. One potato for him is more than enough. I probably more than him, but then I don't eat at night, so I don't eat at night because it's not good for you to eat past 5 o'clock or whatnot. It depends on what you eat, of course. You have to think about a plant-based meal will take, if there are not too many combinations in it, and depends if it's raw or cooked or whatnot, but it takes in the vicinity of 90 minutes to 2 hours maximum to digest. If you have a more mixed diet and you also have animal products in your diet, then that can take a long time. Piece of meat, even days to digest. It depends on what it is, how it's cooked, cold cuts or not, a long time. If you think that you're done with your digestion in a few hours, only if you have a plant-based meal. All right, so I cut my then I will, but actually with this I'm going to do something a little different. I'm not going to put it directly on the potatoes because now I'm going to make a sauce which is made with the following: soy yogurt. I don't eat dairies, so I use soy products. I even make it myself when I really feel, into it. I don't eat much of it, but if I need something like mayonnaise, I will make it with my soy yogurt. So here we go. And here we go. Then I will take my trusty spatula. You remember I talked to you about my love for spatula. It's a codependency. My spatula makes me feel safe and comfortable. I know that I'm not going to waste food when she's around. Of course, she's female. And I'm very happy not to waste food. I can't waste food. Stronger than myself. When you see people starving, you will never waste food again. All right. So then I need some lemon juice. Again, these wonderful lemons from Syracuse in Sicily. See, I said Sicily, my voice immediately went up. Sicily? Well, Sicily is kind of an exciting place to go. So there was tiny little lemons, the small lemons, half a lemon, the juice of it, and I put it in. Then I'm going to add olive oil. Then again, extra virgin olive oil, this local, my own local olive oil. It's always, with olive oil, it's what you're used to, I mean, for me, when you don't eat butter, but you only eat olive oil, and you're used to it since you're a child. It's not that it's never too much olive oil, because it can be that there is too much olive oil that you're putting in something, of course. But usually you're pretty generous with it. That's what I want to say. You're definitely pretty generous with it. So you are, it's as if I was making a mayonnaise. I really only like my fork. You are my fork. Didn't you know that? I really only like to work with a fork. Then I have chopsticks. Then, of course, I have my spatula. I have another one, which is a little bigger. I have many. Maybe one day I'll show you all my spatulas. Knife, big knife, and that's about it. Now, here you want some mustard. And for me, the best mustard is the American French's, but it's difficult to find it here. Forgive me, let me go and look for the other mustard that we have, we don't have, we have, we don't have, we did, we didn't. What did I do with the mustard? Wow, this is serious. I thought I took it out. Always try to be organized. Never succeeded in my... Did I put it in the refrigerator? Maybe I did. I have to go and look for it. Sorry to leave it alone, but I hope my spatula... yes, my spatula is there. Be right back. I have to go in the refrigerator. I can't believe it, but I can't find the mustard. I really can't believe it. I can't find the mustard. Well, I'm going to have to do without. That's all. So pretend I put a generous dash of mustard in it, possibly French's mustard. But what did I do with the mustard? Anyway, I'm sure I'm going to find it immediately afterwards. It's not even here. All right. So far, yogurt, soy yogurt, mine. You can use any yogurt that you like to use. I will not go, Some salt. My husband likes salt, so I have to put enough salt. I really don't, but that's another story. Okay. I like to eat healthy. Salt is not healthy. It's not good for you. Then you have to drink a lot of water. You should drink a ton of water to, get rid of the salt from your body. So here I went down, see, so that what I'm cutting off this scallion is going to be tiny little pieces that will mix very well with the sauce, with the dressing. And I keep on going. Oh, what happened to my mustard? All right. Let's go on. It's almost done. So far we put a little salt. I'm going to put some black pepper and then parsley. Black pepper. Here you are. I found the mustard. It was right in front of me, of course, in the cabinet. Of course. What's new? So I'm going to squeeze a little mustard out. I don't like French mustard because it's too strong. Overwhelms other flavors. This one is a very mild Italian mustard. All right. Very, very mild. And here we go again. Mixing, 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 mixing. In the meantime, the smell of cauliflower baking is wonderful. All right. Those are great little bottles. They have a grater in it. They're fantastic. They keep the grains of pepper really fresh. That's it. Okay. So again, lemon juice, mustard, yogurt, olive oil, salt and pepper. And now we are chopping some parsley. I love parsley, I must say. I know I love a lot of things, but I do like parsley. Even though my favorite is really the French parsley, the curly ones. This is the Italian parsley, which I love it too. But the French one, I don't know. It's got a little more flavor for me of a certain kind. I don't know. Whatever. So now you want to chop your parsley. Remember your hand, always fingers away. And you go. It's great also to cut parsley if you have the half moon. I used to have it. I don't have it anymore. Oh, that's fun because you just go tap, 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 and it really minces the parsley. Now, you have two ways that you can do this. Either you put your minced parsley, sorry, can't see me. Either you put your minced parsley directly in the sauce, so that when you spread the sauce, the minced parsley spreads with it, or you put the parsley after you put the dressing on. It's up to you. You can always add a little more at the end, and add a little bit now, and then a little more at the end. You know, you can mix and match. I like to do that. I'm going to put a little bit in the sauce. And that's almost done. So, again, I used baked potato. I had baked potatoes yesterday. And there was one too many. So I decided today to make this potato salad with a red potato. In Italy, we don't have potatoes as good as you have in the States, because a russet potato would have been perfect. All right. So now I will put the dressing on it. It's just one potato, So this is probably enough dressing, but I'm not sure. The difficulty here is to mix it without really breaking up all the potatoes. So I'm going to use my chopsticks and my spatula, which of course is gentle. Spatula is always gentle. I know. I have this fixation. I already told you in another video that I found the best spatulas in Switzerland. So anytime I had the group and I went to Switzerland and I had some time, I always went to the kitchen supply stores, and a fantastic kitchen supply. I mean, really, really, really fantastic. So yeah, this is it's probably good because again, my husband, I'm a little more on the abundant end of the scope for dressing and sauce, but for my husband this is good enough. And you can always put and you know, you sprinkle a little bit on top. Et voila! Now let me get the cauliflower out. Now I have a mess here and I don't know what to do with it. Oh, you know what? I can just change. I think. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. All right. I can change this. Be right back. So I really want to show you how to flip over the wedges. Be right back. And the cauliflower, you know, is just a little bit of little burning here and there, but not much at all. So now what I'm going to do, make sure that you see me. Okay. I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to flip it over. And flip this other one over. Even though it's going to fall a little bit apart, but that's okay. It's okay. And this one. Okay. All right. All right. You know, remember that when you cook, you can't be afraid of burning yourself. Well, actually, my hands are pretty cold because I live in a very old, probably from 800 to 1,000 years old stone house in Umbria, and you know, I didn't want to wear all the things I wear for the house, which is usually 2 or 3 sweaters, extra stuff. So I wanted to look a little more sporty. So I didn't wear quite enough. So my hands are cold. All right, now I'm going to put it back for at least another 20 minutes. Huh? All right. I hope to show you the end product. But anyway, when the cauliflower is done, I will trim it a touch because the wedges have the inside stalk, which is a little, it stays a little tougher. I like to eat it anyway, but anyway. So I trim that off. Then in a bowl, I will mix lemon juice, olive oil, a little salt, and a little pepper if you wish. And then I amalgamate it, blend it together, and then I put the cauliflower pieces. But you can also do other things. You could make sauces to put on top of it. I mean, yesterday I made this parsley sauce dressing, but you know, I'll do it another day. Enough for today. I hope everything will go well for you in the kitchen, and bon appetit.